即将播出新闻联播，与您一起纵览天下大事。
You guys should just let them on. Good evening, people. This is HDHD, Han Dynasty, and High Definition News.
I'm your host, Ben One, and today we will be discussing about the Han Dynasty and why it fell, and interviewing, people of the Han Dynasty. So there are many reasons why it fell, just like every other empire. The court grew weak, and emperors weren't taking their job serious enough. Also, the government wasn't collecting enough tax revenue, so they couldn't provide money for the army, so they couldn't protect the empire. And then the Sino-Janu Wars, during those wars, the Hans won it, but they spent so much money on it that the empire grew so weak because they couldn't pay for the stuff. And then when it fell, the China was divided into three kingdoms, and the kingdoms were Xiaoyi, Shuhan, and Dongwu. And then now we'll take it to Danielle and Megan, who will be interviewing the citizens of the Han Dynasty.
My name is Danielle Coleman, and I'll be interviewing one of our soldiers, Haven. How did the decline of the empire affect your life as a soldier?
Well, part of the decline was that we weren't getting enough money, and we weren't collecting enough. It was more difficult to collect tax revenue, and tax revenue funded the army. So we had not enough equipment in some cases. We started to have less food, and just the general conditions of serving the army just worsened.
Okay. How did the Sino-Janu Wars affect the fall of the empire in your life?
Well, since I'm a soldier, I had to fight, and with the wars, I had to fight. So I just had to fight, and so that risked my life, but it was to serve my country and my empire, so I was alright with that. But I didn't want to die. I wasn't alright with dying. But I had to fight. I was okay with that.
Hello, my name is Megan, and I'm here with Lang Zane, our merchant. So, how did the fall of the empire affect your life as a merchant?
It has caused me to lose tons and tons of money, because if the empire is down, then trade will also be down.
How did the Sino-Janu Wars affect trade?
The wars took place in the area of the Silk Road, which is where I traveled and traded. So this made trading much harder than it was before the fighting.
Thank you for your time.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back after this break.
Hi, my name is Lang Zan, and I am the best merchant in all of China by far. I trade with the best silk, spices, teas, and porcelain. I can provide for all your clothing, food, and luxurious needs, but with the price of something good in return. I look for the things like cotton, wool, ivory, and gold or silver. I am dedicated to providing for my customers and trading for what they need in consideration. Currently, I have a great sale going on. This is an exclusive deal that no one should be able to pass up. Normally, I take 1 bag of ivory or silver in turn for 1 bag of silk, but I have a deal for a short 5 days, or I will trade a 2-for-1 deal. Thank you, and remember, always trade with me, the greatest merchant to ever come through the Han Dynasty.
I'm back. Now, we'll bring in the specialist on the fall of the Han Empire.
Mike,
You can sit down.
Tom, stand up.
Okay.
Mike. Mike, I'm putting it down. There are many reasons for the for the fall of the empire, right? Alright, so as they talked about, the war was the main reason for the fall. But one of the other reasons, there was turmoil within the family leaders of the empire. All the empires were dying at a very young age, so they had no chosen successors. So the last emperor was actually, he was only 13 years old. His name was Qin Shi Huang. And he eventually became a good emperor, but not at the age of 13. So at that point, the empire just fell. Another reason for the fall was the Yellow Turban Rebellion. It was where the peasants of the Han Empire rebelled against the leaders because they didn't want to be peasants anymore. And there are many protests going on today, like maybe taking a knee during the national anthem. This is like an early version of that. Okay, so what I think is next for China is that it will divide into multiple kingdoms, and it will stay like this for a very long time. Now back to Ben.
I think you'll be right about that. I don't know why. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new about the fall of the Han Dynasty, and see you next time.
Thank you.